Hi everyone. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your energy with me. I am so excited to be back with another video here on the YouTube channel. Today we are having a timeless reading for the next 28 to 30 days ahead. So whenever you are watching this video, whenever you found this video, the next upcoming month, what is it that the universe wants you to know? And I want to start by saying that collectively at this moment in time, there's this energy of co-creating something with the universe. There is something that you want to create. However, there are certain blocks that are coming from within. These are all energies of the mind and energies of the emotions. You feel some type of way, you have some sort of fear, and you feel like you have to be in some sort of like defensive energy or on guard. But there is a need to flow, right? There is a need to kind of like surrender and use those emotions to ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? And how can I wash this energy off of me? Like, how can I feel more at peace? How can I feel more clear-minded? How can I let my intuition tell me what's the next step forward in order for me to co-create this thing that you truly, truly want? And this is why these fears are coming up and emotions are kind of like clouding the current energies. It doesn't feel really heavy. I just feel it's this energy of like, pay attention to how you're feeling and pay attention to your thoughts. If there's some sort of what we call negativity, but I don't want to call it negativity. It's just label the feeling that is causing you to feel not in pleasure, not in excitement, not in love, not in your power, right? And take some time by yourself to really dig deep and move those thoughts around, reframe them, release them, move those energies, those feelings and emotions out of your body so you're cleared out and you're able to receive the messages, one, that you're about to receive here, but through your own intuition as well. So you can light that fire within yourself to go for what you want, to go and co-create this thing with the universe, to take action, because you cannot take action from a place of fear, and you cannot take action from a place of I'm thinking and I'm hearing desperation, right? Like, I have to do it now, I have to move now, or like, this is it, or this is the only way, or just take a beat, take a pause, connect to those feelings and to those thoughts that feel empowering and inspiring and happy, and kind of like align you with that vision that you get so excited about. And for some reason, these thoughts are creating static around it. And in that static, you cannot make the right choices. In that static, you cannot listen to what the right next move is in order to get you closer to it. So hopefully this reading is going to help you sort some of that out. Oh my God, I was eating words. And you'll be able to connect to that power within yourself, to that solar plexus confidence and energy of creation to co-create this with the universe. because the universe will send you signals of what you need to do next. And then surprisingly enough, it connects to something that comes from some other place, which is AKA the universe, providing the other piece of what you're already moving through. So also allow trust in the process. The lack of trust is usually what creates this dissonance in the brain and these energies of fear and confusion and static. So take some time for yourself, and ground yourself in your inner wisdom. Release anything that you don't need that is causing any sort of stress, any sort of maybe even sadness, any low vibrational emotions. Try to release them as best as possible. Ground yourself in your wisdom, in your intuition, and see what comes through, and then take action. And on that note, let's see what comes through. So we have 3 piles today. Pile number 1 with Earth Sheep. I'm going to get a little closer. Return to your center with number 56. And this is a raw rose quartz. Pile number 2 with the Fire Dog. Redefine your boundaries with number 23. And this is a raw clear quartz. Point. And we have the Wood Ox. Knowledge brings wisdom. Number 2. And that's with another rose quartz, but this is a tumbled rose quartz. Okay, these cards are already talking to me, so please take a moment to ground yourself, take a deep cleansing breath in, ask your guides to connect you to your guides and your intuition. You probably saw this and immediately felt called to 1 or maybe 2 of the piles, but whichever it is, you can also pause the video and take some time to pick your pile. Whenever you have chosen yours, there are timestamps in the description box below for you to jump straight into your message, and I'll see you guys there. Hi, pile number 1. If you picked the Earth Sheep with Return to Your Center, number 56, and the raw rose quartz, this is your reading. Okay. So I'm gonna pick cards with you guys. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna take this one. These are too many. And it's surprise. Oh my God. These cards are coming out pretty fast. So your guys are like really interested in talking to you. It seems to me that yes, because this is the Earth Sheep, and it says return to your center. It is a lot about you probably feeling out of kilter, not feeling at your most balanced. So they really want you to, yeah, relax, ground yourself, maybe take a bath, or go by some water. It could be even like a water feature. Like you don't even have to be in the water. There's something about the sound of water. If you can go by a river, by a fountain, the sound of water even if it's like a rainy day and like you turn off the TV and turn off music and just listen to the sound of the rain fall. There is something really cleansing about the vibration and the frequency of water. And they all have different types of frequencies, you know, the ocean, a river, the rain, etc. Or even waterfalls. So whatever you're feeling called to, and also whatever is the most accessible to you, because this doesn't have to be a project. This should be like, you can even find these sounds online, or maybe in a meditation or sound type of healing application. I do prefer to go into nature and listen to the sounds in their glory of being in their presence. I feel like there's absolutely nothing more powerful than that. But when there is none of that, you know, nearby, or we're in a position of like, oh my God, like I can't do that right now, but I can do this, do that, you know, download the app and listen to the rain. And there's a lot of like sounds like that also on YouTube, like search for them. So there is something about the water sound can be really healing for you, in the sense of allowing you to kind of clear your mind and for messages to come through that way. Okay, let's see what came through. Confidence. Yeah, it's this energy that maybe something is, because the earth sheep, and this is very, I feel like very a lot of like Capricorn energy here, with the earth sheep. Of course, you don't have to be a Capricorn, you don't even have to have like a lot of like Capricorn in your birth chart, but it's that energy of like wanting to climb the mountain, right? That is what you want to co-create. You want to take the next step into reaching that higher level in your life, in whatever aspect this is. But it seems that there is some sort of fear that is blocking your confidence, right? It's like you're excited, you want to do this, you might even know what you have to do next, but there is some sort of like nervousness around it, that is kind of like taking away at your confidence. But the thing is, and this could be a reframe for some of you, and for some of you this might be actually what is happening. Sometimes climbing the mountain, you've fallen so many times that you might feel a little hesitant, like, am I going to take this step and am I going to fall again, right? And the reality is that you are excited to do this, that you do have the confidence to do this. You've been doing it even when you fell. And what I'm saying here is like, not necessarily that you're not going to fall again, but don't let that stop you, because the earth sheep will continue to go up even when it tumbles a little, you know? It has the capacity, the innate capacity, like this is the energy within yourself, your confidence, that solar energy within yourself to actually move forward towards it. You just have to stay in balance. And this is why it's very important that if you feel that the excitement is turning into nervousness, or you are just plain out kind of like, oh my God, I can't do this. Like, why am I even thinking about doing this? Like, I could do all these other things that are just simpler and like less complicated. Like, why do I want to go there? You want to go there because something is calling you there. Because just the mere thought of taking that step and being there, like reaching your destination, creates this energy of excitement, right? It lights you up. So you have to take that light and use it for fuel, for confidence, for excitement, and say, you know what? F it. I'm going to take that step. I know what I need to do. This feels a little bit like, you know, what do you need to do? Like, you might be telling yourself And again, take what resonates. This is a collective reading, so lots of energies, but like you might be telling yourself, no, I'm just like taking a beat, or I'm just like resting before like I do the thing. I already know what I need to do. But at one point, and again, like this could be if you're doing that right now, I feel like there's nothing wrong in taking a little bit of a rest, of kind of like celebrating where you're at, regroup yourself, right? Return to your center so you can take that next step forward. But if you've already been doing it and you haven't taken that next step, and you already know that next step, which the general energy here, like I feel like 95% of you already know what's the next step. The other 5% might be in that space, as I was talking at the beginning, of kind of like, okay, I need to ground myself, I need to recenter, I need to release all this crap, and I need to listen to what I need to do and then take action, right, with confidence. But a lot of you might be in that like, no, I know what I need to do. Like, I'm just like regrouping and it's okay. But then it reaches a point where like, are you regrouping or are you procrastinating? There's a difference, right? And this is why the energy of, I'm gonna say words and see if it comes out like how I want to explain this. But it's like the very thin line between going for what you want in flow with yourself and with the universe without pushing, right? And the energy of like the push and the hustle, right? And when we have those two parallels, then we start seeing, are you resetting? Are you celebrating your accomplishments? Are you regrouping before taking the next step? Or are you just like procrastinating? Are you being lazy about it? And I don't think people are truly lazy. I don't think that's really the case. I think when someone does not take action towards something, there must be some sort of mental or emotional block that is cutting this confidence, that is cutting the fire. And when there's no fire and there's no fuel, then the car doesn't move. You don't tell your car when it's out of gas, or it has some blockage that the gas is not getting to the engine, which is, I feel, more connected to what I'm talking about here, that it's lazy and that it's broken. No, you're like, okay, there's something off here. We need to recenter this car. We need to find the blockage and remove it. We need to add more fuel, you know? Maybe while we're at it, we're gonna like get some premium washing, interiors and exteriors and all of that, you know? Have a little like nice freshener. And then let's go on that road trip. Let's go for what we want to do. Let's go climb that mountain. So pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to your feelings, and reframe them into, you are exactly where you need to be. The universe is calling you to take this next step forward. You have everything to do it. 11:11 on the clock. Okay. And earlier I saw 10:10 as well. 41 Soul Song. Yeah, this is something. You see this yellow light, that soul yellow energy. I see it right here with the sun. And if you see, it's like the river is coming from there. And this energy is like the earth sheep wants to go there. This is the mountain. The soul is calling you there. There is something there. And you're like, oh my God, it's so complicated. Why can't I just like stay here? Like, this is pretty nice. This is pretty comfortable. Like, look at the view here. Get great light, see the mountains, have a little place to chill. Like, I don't have to do anything else. I'm comfortable here. But something keeps pulling you. You're like, but why? And I joke like that because sometimes we're so cold to like do these extraordinary things, and we let fear get in the way. We let these blockages get in the way. Oh, the numbers keep distracting me. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a lot of energy here of like, just take the step. You know, there's a lot of alignment of like, this is it. Like, just take the breath and take this step forward. Take the leap. Go for it. Your soul has been calling you to go there, to do this, to take this step, whatever, however much you know about this destination you're going into. It's like, just go for it. Your soul has been calling for it. You have everything inside of you and around you because you're co-creating this with the universe. And as you take this first step, and this is another thing, if you know what next step you need to take, you just have to take it. Because sometimes you're like, okay, but like, what about the next step? Or what happens next? Or what's the point of that? Like, you cannot see past that step, and you cannot even see the purpose of it. And when you get caught up there, then you're just like, that's a blockage in itself. Because you know what you need to do, and because you need all of these explanations around it, you're overanalyzing it, you're overthinking it, you're creating too much like mental energy around it, and you're staying just put. When in reality, you just need to take the next step, because when you take the next step, more light comes through. See, more light comes through, and you can see better what's the next step, maybe even the next 2 steps. So keep trusting in what you're receiving. Believe. This is what we're talking about. Believe in the messages that you are receiving. Okay, I want to move this here. Believe in the messages that you are receiving. Believe that where you're going is waiting for you. That there is growth there. And you know what, too? As you get closer to it, your confidence will build as well. Because some of you might really feel like out of the water, like a fish out of the water. You're like, oh my God, like, I don't know if I have it in me. I have this next step, and I guess I can take that step, right? Because it's a small step towards it. It's like not as intimidating in a way, right? But remember that as you continue to take those steps forward, as you continue to develop this communication and co-creation with the universe, as you continue to get excited because all of a sudden you know that one step is taking you closer. Only one step takes you closer. Granted, if you don't take the next 2, 3, 4, 5, however steps are left to get to your destination, you know, you're not there yet, but you're closer. And in the process, you're going to receive more information about how to get there and what to do. For some reason, I heard like, and side projects, you know, side missions, you know, like here, like this could be a side mission. It's like, okay, like right now we're here listening to the river. My goodness, I'm just gonna go with it. Okay. Yes. Okay. I don't know how to start because this is like kind of like a story that is it's here. So it's like you are this earth sheep, right? And you're just laying there. And right now, and this could be for those of you who are asking, what's your next step? But also this could be the next step, as in someone received the message of like, your next step is to stand still, to be still, wait it out, like there's something coming, right? Like just wait for that nudge, you know, the doorbell to ring, and that's when you stand up and open the door, you know, and there's a next step there. You're gonna receive something. You know, it could be whatever, but in this scenario, it's like, stay here and listen to the water. Remember, we talked about the frequency of water and listening to the water, and you're gonna receive your message through that. And now the story, oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps because it's just, the connection is, I'm like, wow. And it's like, you're gonna hear the waters, you know, going down the river, and the pebbles and the rocks and whatever else. And then all of a sudden there's going to be a different sound, and you will want to know what that is. And that's going to be your next step. You know, that sound, what is that? And for some reason, it's like gold nuggets. It's this golden stone, right? Again, more gold, more soul, is more sun here. It's receiving that golden nugget that you need in order to carry you forward. And I'm hearing that this golden nugget can mean so many things for different people. Like this could be literally the next step that you need to take, right? Because you're doing the exercise of clearing out the noise and taking a deep breath and just listening to the water. Water is connected to intuition, and you might receive that aha thought, that idea, that next step. Like it could be just as simple as that. But for some of you, this could literally mean like you start just relaxing your brain and paying attention to your surroundings. And this is very auditory, I feel, but you can also see it. This could also be like, you know, like when the light hits and it reflects something, you're like, there's something there, let me go check it out. So, and you notice something, either you hear it, it could be news, right? Someone tells you something, someone tells you the next step, right? Or someone tells you something that sparks the next step. This could also mean like you get the money, to take that next step, because you're like, well, I know what I need to do, and I'm just waiting it out because I need those, like, I don't know, $100, $200 to like kind of like finish what I need and go for it. I don't know, whatever that is. So it's like, it's something that is coming that is gonna help you move, because this is the thing. When you don't move, the universe will find a way to make you move. And even if it's through your curiosity or through just opening yourself up to receive, right? Because this is the other thing. You can see that there's something like golden shiny, or you can hear that something like sounds different. But if you don't go and receive it, if you don't go and listen to it more intently, right? To follow the noise to where you're going to go next, to follow the light, the shine, the sparkle of where you're going to go next, then there's, you know, you're still here. But the universe will find a way. We'll send another thing. We got 32nd path, the world, universe, independence, facing fears, self-discipline. Oh my God. And we got Saturn right here, which is connected to Capricorn, like so much Capricorn energy. There's a pentacle here, which is earth energy as well. The world, universe in tarot, that's Capricorn energy, earth energy. This is a cycle that is closing. And it's funny that I mentioned that I saw the 10-10, because 10s are completions, but there are also beginnings and the potential of said beginning. You know, a 10 turns into a 1, and it's a beginning, and a 10 has a 0, which is potential, right? And potential is potential is potential. Like we're saying, if you stay here, no matter if you heard the sound or saw the thing, there's potential to go nowhere. You know, you have to follow that nudge, follow your heart, follow that intuition, and take the leap of faith that the fool does, the 0. that then carries into the magician who has everything. You know, we're talking about having everything. You have everything within yourself, the confidence. You have everything within yourself, that soul song, right? That calling to go where you need to go. Disbelieve is more confidence, believing in yourself, believing in that calling, believing in the universe, believing that there are forces aside of you that hear you, that hear your wishes, you know, that hear your pleads of like, hey, I need to know what I need to do next. What is my next step? But you gotta show up for it, right? You gotta do the work to receive the message. And it's funny that it says like facing fears. And there's this energy about independence, because if you notice, the earth sheep here is by itself. And I'm not saying that other people might not come and, you know, help you. Other people that are giving you the advice or the tip or the idea or the encouragement, or it could be in so many ways that other people can bring forward. But this is something that feels like you have to do for you. All right. Sorry about that. Phone out of storage space. So more iCloud investment. Which prompts me on that note, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can go to sparklingcarla.com and book your reading. I have 3 types of reading there. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at sparklingcarla, and there's also a newsletter that I send once a month that you can sign up on the website as well. Okay, but as we were saying, it's like maybe in the past, maybe, you know, the opinions of others or an advice someone gave that, you know, it could have been very well intentioned and it could even have worked for someone else in the past, but you might have not been like super aligned with it, but you're like, well, it worked and I don't know, and you go, you know, there's this energy of like, you gotta focus on this like soul energy that is guiding you to where you need to go, right? And it's, again, it's not about not taking this golden nuggets from other people, but taking what resonates, taking what is in alignment with that golden light of yours, with that destination. And it's not to say that some resources or advice or steps forward might not take someone to that same destination. But if you feel inside of you, if your soul is like, this is not making me sing, then it's not, that step is not for you. We do not all get to the party from the same route. It's like we could all end up in the same house at the same party, but we all took different routes. We all had different experiences. So focus on your GPS. Focus on where you're going. Yeah, like the self-discipline, have the self-discipline and the focus to not only align yourself with yourself and with your intuition and what you need to do forward, but also to have discernment of what is for you and what isn't. And it's not about like, oh, well, it came to me, it must be mine. No, there's a lot of things that come to our door. They not all have our name on them. And the way for you to know if it's for you or it's not for you is through alignment with yourself. And this is why releasing anxiety, like releasing worries, releasing doubts, releasing fears, taking that time to ground yourself. Literally, you can just go outside, take your shoes off and ground yourself in the earth. You know, touch a tree, sit on the sand and just take a deep breath in, listen to the sounds of the waves. Take the sun in, like just silence. It's raining outside. Just put the phone down, turn off the TV, turn off the radio, listen to nature, listen to the water, listen to the messages that are coming for you. Because this is about ending this cycle, this time here, so you can take that next step that is launching you. It's like you reached this area, but now it's like there's a level up. Not only because where you're going is a level up, but because you're continuing to level up. There's different stages that you're going to go through. And here you have talking about 1010 and beginnings and endings and potential. 0, 1, 10. Belief system. Again, believe. Believe. And I like the word system here because we've had kind of like created a system here of finding silence, connecting to grounding exercises, to the frequency of the sound of water, and allowing these things to come to you. And not only that, living day to day in that frequency of clarity, of peace, of groundedness, of centeredness. So when things come your way, you have the discernment to know if they're for you to take or not. And it says, go after what you want, right? Go after what you want. Your soul has been calling you for this. It's waiting for you right here on the top of this mountain. Go after what you want. Go do it. Stop procrastinating. Stop blocking yourself with doubts, with fears. Go for it. Unique destiny, inspiration, talents, gifts, appreciation, and gratitude. See, this is all because it's coming from you. This inspiration, this is your unique destiny. I mean, it's unique and destiny, but I'm reading as a unique destiny. This is for you. This is your soul guiding you towards something that is for you. And not to say that there's not going to be other people up there, like the party. But the route to get there, the way to get there, the experience to get there, what even you are going to experience there, because a lot of people can be in the same space and have completely different experiences and receive very different things from the same space, right? And it says, you're blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out from the crowd. Embrace what makes you different. That's your path to success. Your dreams will soon come true. Just go for it. The universe here is just like, please just, do what you need to do right now. But don't take too long. Like, just release it. Listen. Take the step. This is a brand new beginning for you. That is launching you towards a soul inspired life, a soul inspired destiny, a soul inspired achievement. Because this is achievement. There's a lot of like Saturnian Capricorn energy of just like climbing that mountain and reaching the top, being the GOAT, greatest of all time, in your unique, beautiful way. There's this energy here of that like rawness of who you are, the rawness, the essence of who you are, but like grounded in so much love, right? And so much confidence and light of like, this is who I am. This is what I want. This is calling me. And if it's something is calling you, it's for a reason. Go for it. Stop making the excuses. Like the example of the car, right? It's not that the car doesn't work. It's not like the car is not going to take you to the destination, or the car is lazy, like we were saying. But you have to take it to the mechanic. You have to like have them check it out to see where the blockage is so the fuel can fire the engine, or pay for the gas so you can go the place. That same type of analogy. And in your case, this might not have to be with spending any money or whatever, but sometimes it's just about like, you've reset it enough, you centered enough, you already know what you need to do. What is stopping you? Whatever that is, move it out of the way as quickly as possible. Don't make excuses for how to remove the thing too. It's like, oh, well, I don't want to spend that money. Like, I can do this. It's like, yeah, but are you doing it? Is it helping you flow? Is it sometimes you just have to like just bite the bullet. Just get through it. Do what you need to do, you know? Okay, so now we're going to jump into the tarot to kind of like wrap up any last messages for this reading. What else does pile number 1, the Earth Sheep? What does the confident Earth Sheep? Talking about confidence. Here we got the Strength card. What I love also is that in this deck, the Strength is the 11th card. And what do we have here? An 11. And your main card is a 56, which is an 11. And I'm saying this as I saw the time at exactly 11. It was 001100. 11. So 11 might be a very significant number for you, telling you that you are on the right track. The more you see them, the more in alignment you are. It's like that game where you're like cold, cold, and then like hot, 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 hot. And the more you see them. We have here Maasai lion and lamb. True strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. And that's the area that we're focusing on right now. You have tremendous personal power and courage and confidence and belief in yourself and self-discipline and independence. You don't need permission from anyone to go ahead and do what you need to do for you in your life. Say thank you for all the resources that you do have. Say thank you for the inspiration that has been alive inside of you, and follow that light forward. Oh my God, what were we talking about? The 0, the 1, that is the magician, that has absolutely everything that we just covered right now. Personal power, courage, confidence, resources, because the magician is also about resources. Having, even when you think you don't have all the resources, you have all the resources, because you have all the resources that you need right this second to do what you need to do now and to do what you need to do today. And it's not about not thinking about the future, but sometimes it's about like, if you can't see past this next step, just make it happen and more will unfold. More steps will unfold, more resources will unfold, more information will unfold. But if you don't take the step, it's like, again, with the car. If you don't hit the start button, or, you know, these days you'd like press the button. But if you're doing this, like if you don't start the engine after you put the gas and remove the blockage, right? You're not gonna get anywhere. You know, you can have a perfectly fine car, right? We removed all the blockages. It has gas, it works. But if you don't turn it on, if you don't put it in drive, if you don't start driving, you know? And it's the unicorn. It says there is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. Oh my God, this reading is just a plead from the universe of like, just go for it, please. Just go for it. You got this. We got you. Other things got you. Just show up. Okay. And here, I'm gonna take, yeah. You got the Ace of Air with the panda. Implementation of your brilliant new idea may get off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you refine your plan and reshape your goals into something even better. This is what we were talking about. And it's a 1. It's another 1. Look, it's 1111. Holy sh! Damn. Whoa. Okay. I love this. But this is what we're saying. It's like, there's like fears or some blockages, like it's kind of little annoyances, right? But you can get past them. You can totally get past them. And as you get past them, like we said, you're going to build more confidence that you can keep surmounting whatever comes your way. And I know that's like, we don't want to hear that, like, oh, there's going to be like annoyances, but sometimes it's like small things, literally small things. Like just gas the car up. That's 5 minutes. It is annoying. It doesn't help the day just flow for you to get from point A to point B. Now you have to point A and a half and then B, things like that. I'm hearing, especially if you're a fire sign like me. And by the way, there is Leo energy here. Definitely Capricorn energy. Also other earth signs, Virgo, Taurus. Yes, the Magician. We got Aquarius, we got Gemini. You may or may not have any placements in those signs, but just sharing because it might be significant. And then you got the 3 of Water, Hummingbird. You have an exciting reason to celebrate, such as an engagement, wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. Remember to cherish those you love. I want to focus on that exciting reason to celebrate, because we were talking here about appreciation and gratitude and gifts. We were also talking about like the one of the examples that was being channeled was a party and getting there. I feel like where you're going, maybe it's not a party per se, but I feel like as you go along, you're just gonna like create this momentum and this energy and this confidence and this excitement and this belief, and you're gonna have people on your side, and it's just going to like a snowball effect of exciting proportions, right? And you're gonna have so much to celebrate, not only when you reach your destination, but along the way, because there's gonna be so many milestones to connect to. I'm gonna put this one here. Okay, and to wrap this up, yeah, we got the High Priestess at the bottom with the owl. This is a time to pause and reflect, not to take action. Trust in your spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. This is it. You gotta return to your center, release all those fears, release all the worries, listen to that next step, and listen to the nudge of when you move, because we also talked about it. It's like you might know what is it that you need to do, but when, right? And some of you might be waiting for that it's like you don't know when, because there's like a thing that needs to come through. But when you're in alignment, by the way, Pisces energy as well, but when you're in alignment with your intuition, when you're clear-headed, when your emotions are balanced, when you're centered, you will know exactly what to do and when to do it. So right now, make it a point for today. Yeah. Very soon. Yeah. Today, I would say in the next 3 days, make it a point to spend some time by yourself, go out into nature, connect to water, to its sound specifically. But if you want to swim in the water, that would be great too. Journal, see what comes through. See the things that you need to release in order to clear your energy. See what the next step is. See what is it that you're maybe waiting for, right? Because sometimes you're like, yeah, I know what to do, but it's like I'm missing something. What is it? What is it? It could be so many things, right? So connect to your intuition. Yeah, it's funny because the next card that I was like, I don't know if I should take it. It's like, yeah, I should take it. I keep like, there's something here. And this one wanted to come out too. Is the Two of Air. Procrastination and worrying what others will think are blocking you from making a decision. If you're torn between your own desire and someone else's, follow your inner guidance. We talked about it. The inner guidance right here. That sometimes maybe someone said something or suggested something. It's just like, and this is why this moment of pausing is for you to come back to you, come back to your center, so you can move forward accordingly. And all these cards, even though this is an 11, but they're all like 1, 2, 3s. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. And then this one becomes a 2. But then it's like 11, 11 is like a portal, a gateway is opening up for you. But it's your gateway. So you have to align with the frequency of your own gateway so you can go through it, you know? All right, this was really great, like very clear message of just like get clear. Get clear with yourself, get clear with your energies, right? And wait for the right moment to take action, because even though they're saying like right this second might not be the moment to take action, because you're, you know, clearing your energy, waiting for next steps, or waiting for that next thing that will kick, you know, put into gear your next step. It's like everything is there for you to do the thing when the time is right. All right, and with that, I'll leave you. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your energy with me. Again, if you'd like a personal reading with me, you can book yours at sparklingcarla.com. You can catch up with more messages and day-to-day stuff on Instagram at sparklingcarla, and sign up to the newsletter on the link in my bio on Instagram and on my website. To receive any news updates and replays of the monthly energy readings that are always on the first Monday of the month on Instagram, and that's at Sparkling Carla again, at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Feel free to share any impressions or comments below. Share this video with someone you think might benefit from it, and I appreciate so much your likes, shares, subscribes, comments, follows, and all the interactions and all the connection that creates these beautiful messages for all of us. Hi, pile number 2. If you picked the Fire Dog with Redefine Your Boundaries, number 23, and the Raw Crystal Quartz, this is your reading. And the first thing I'm getting is like, you have to set yourself free by setting boundaries, which is, I know it sounds like such a, so wait, I am free, but I have boundaries. So yeah, you are free to create your own boundaries, to set them, to enforce them, and to communicate them so you can move freely in life, so you can move in the direction of what you want, right? Because when there are no boundaries, when there is nothing keeping us in our lane, then it's just like, there's where are we going? Where's the direction? Where's the focus? Where's the alignment? Then anything can come in and derail us and move us, and we think it's fine. No, there's another lane, I can move. No, but you have to be in this lane. No, but I can move. You have to be in this lane. Your exit is here. Like, this is why boundaries are important. Do you need to accelerate? Do you need to like reduce? Do you need to be like, hey, honk, I like, I'm here. This is my lane. Don't throw your car on top of mine. Stay in your lane. You gotta tell people to stay in their lane because you're in yours. And I know there are other lanes, but this is the thing. You have to to have some clarity on like who you are and where you're going and how you're doing things, right? And staying in your lane is very important to get to where you need to get to. Okay. All right, let's see what else comes out with the rest of the cards. We're gonna pick them together. What else for our fire dogs? Yeah, you're co-creating something with the universe, and you need to have boundaries around yourself. And this is the thing, I like to say that, you know, you might think that boundaries are for other people, but boundaries are for yourself. Boundaries are to protect your energy, are to protect your things. Luck is to protect your luck. Is to protect what is yours. And it's not in a, oh my God, people, you know, ruin things or they want to take it away from me. Like, what is yours is yours. Your lane is your lane. Your luck is your luck. Your energy is your energy. It's up to you how you're going to use it, how are you going to channel it. And this is the thing about boundaries. You can get scattered if you don't have them. Not for other people, for you. Because again, going back to the fact that when we talk boundaries, we immediately think like, oh yeah, we need to keep people out. No, it's keeping you in check. It's not keeping people out. It's not keeping people at a distance or away. It's about having boundaries with yourself. Boundaries that protect your time, protect your energy, protect the things that you are building, right? And luck is when preparation and opportunity meet. So if you want to be prepared to receive your opportunity, to receive your luck, you have to create boundaries around set preparation, right? Like if you needed to study for a test, you're not gonna go to a party the night before or even 3 nights before. You're like, no, I had this week, I need to study. I need to prepare because I have an opportunity to take this exam that's gonna give me an opportunity to have a good grade. So I have an opportunity of pass this class, and I have an opportunity of getting this diploma, this certificate, this whatever. So I have an opportunity, right? Because everything is in layers. Everything is a piece of the puzzle. So in order for you to prepare for this luck that is coming for you, you have to set boundaries. And these boundaries are for yourself, right? I need to go to sleep earlier. I need to wake up earlier, or I need to rest more, or, you know, or I need to like read this book by the end of the month, you know, for that exam. Or like I need to make, it's just having boundaries. Boundaries can come in so many ways. Like even like when I am working on a project and when I'm focusing, I create boundaries so I don't pick up the phone. I don't respond to text messages. I'm not going to check my email. Things like that. Boundaries. So you can focus and prepare so you can receive your luck, so you can receive your opportunity. Because it sucks to receive an opportunity that you're like, I'm not ready for this. And that's like such a great opportunity, such a lucky opportunity. But you want to be prepared. So do the preparation. And I'm hearing that for some of you, you're like, you already know what you need to do to prepare. And there might be some sort of like block there or fear that we talked about at the beginning of the collective energies that is keeping you like not setting those boundaries. Like maybe you're doing the thing, like you're preparing, but you notice that there's certain things that could be more like more contained in order for things to flow better. It's like a river wouldn't be a river if it didn't have like, I don't know how you call it, the sides of the river, but it's like it's a tunnel. It's contained. It needs to go through this path. So you have to set those boundaries. And it's a lot of grounded energy. Like all this red is popping up. I know there's a lot of green, but the red is what's popping up. It's like you have to ground, right? Because it's in the ground where we create the so-called boundaries, right? On the planet, like, oh, here ends this state, here begins the next one. Here ends this country, here begins the next one. There's boundaries, there's borders, you know? And from a very exciting point, it's like, that's when we like, oh yeah, here we listen to this music and they have this architecture and they have there's boundaries to focus the energy and create something unique. But if you're all over the place, then it's just like, so what is it? Where is it? Where is it going? You know, there's too much fluidity. Too much openness. If you have to prepare for something that you already know what it is, keep preparing, keep refining. There's also this like, refine instead of redefine, refine your boundaries, refinement of them. What else we're fired on? Refining and redefining boundaries to prepare better for, I don't know if all these, I think they, okay, I think they all want to come out. Okay, focus. We just said it. You gotta focus. And in order to focus, you have to set those boundaries. Again, it's like study for a test. You can't study for the test in the middle of a party with blasting music, two friends talking to you, your phone blowing up, and a drink in your hand. Like, it's just boundaries. If you're gonna party, we'll party. But then at what time are you leaving your party? What's the boundary there? What time are you gonna go to sleep? At what time are you waking up tomorrow? How many hours are you going to dedicate to study for this test? Do you have enough time to go to the party, right? That's also boundaries. The fact that sometimes when you create, for example, a structure, a system, a schedule, boundaries, you're like, I can't pass midnight. I have to go home. That's a boundary, a time boundary. So I can go to sleep at least by 1, let's say it's a Saturday, so I can sleep in a little bit, but I want to wake up like, by 9, so I can have like a chill morning and spend the rest of the day studying. You got to focus, because focus is also boundaries, right? Gringolas, the horses have the gringolas, see? The English word for the thing that you put around the horses' eyes, so they don't see to the sides and they don't get distracted, but they can see the path. They can focus on where they're going. They can focus on their path, on their see. And there's like that more red energy. It's like you have to ground your focus through boundary setting. And this is not about other people. This is not about like not having fun or kicking people out of your life. Like, this is about you. This is about like, how do you want to show up? How do you want to prepare to receive a luck, to receive this opportunity? Because there's something brewing. There's something brewing, and it's like the heart here, and I see like a pot of gold here. I don't know if it's a pot of gold or not. Yeah, and like that's lucky, right? Lucky charms. It's like there is something coming, And it's something that you have prayed for, that you've like maybe prepared for a very long time in very small ways, right? Like you've just been doing the things, and but there's this moment of like, okay, now you have to really reel it in, like focus, create the boundaries that you have to create so you can keep moving forward through it. And you got authentic truth, more of this same type of light. Yeah. I'm like, where to put the card? Yeah, this is something again that is very authentic to you. This is something that comes from your heart. It feels very peaceful, like not something that you're rushing towards or desperate for or impatient for. But it feels like it's closer to you now, and they're like, because this is closer, we need you to focus. It's like being in high school. You know you're going to graduate. You're finally in high school. You're not rushing to get out of there. So you know, you're in 9th grade, then in 10th, you go to your classes, you have fun, you go out. You know, you go to do the clubs, extracurriculars, whatever, make new friends, travel, 11th grade, right? And now it's like, okay, you're a senior now. This is about to get real because opportunities are coming your way. Opportunities to harness what you want to do in life, to take that next step forward, that next level up, not be a high school student anymore, be a college student, right? Or go on that trip around the world, or take that internship. Whatever your path after high school in this scenario is, right? Because a lot of things could happen, but whatever happens next, it's a level up. And you have to pass senior year in order to get these opportunities, in order to unlock them. And we call it lucky, right? Oh, that's so lucky. It's luck. No, you prepared. You prepared and you opened yourself to receive what was next for you. But you got to prepare through setting boundaries. Again, like, because this is focus time. And you have to be very truthful to yourself also. This authentic truth is also about being true to you. Like I'm saying, these boundaries are for you. Not only like, it has nothing to do with absolutely anyone. I don't know how else to like say it. It's like, it's not about other people. It's about you. It's about how you want to show up so you prepare for this opportunity. The things that you need to do, tackle, and be in the energy of in order to receive this opportunity. These boundaries are being set up so you can nourish yourself, so you can nourish what you're growing. So it's not so much about the literal nourishment of your body, although that could be part of the things that you're working towards and setting boundaries around, right? Like if you want to reduce meat, or if you want to reduce alcohol, like what kind of boundaries are you going to set up with yourself and with the activities that you're doing? But mostly this is about nourishment of that thing that you're creating, that place where you're going, this thing that you're co-creating with the universe. And it's interesting that it's a 23, and the main card here is also a 23. 23 can be a important number, or 5-5, which is all about change. So there is like a change that is coming, right? You don't see it yet, but you have been prepping for it. You have creating boundaries. See, boundaries that protect what is growing, but also boundaries that nourish what is being born. So if you have been called to set stronger boundaries around whatever is this for you, this co-creation. Again, release any fears of like missing out, for example, or anything that is coming up for you, because there's so many things that can show up when we're resetting and redefining and refining our priorities, right? Our boundaries, our systems, our schedules. Release all of that, and remember to just go to that image, that vision of where you're going, and how does that feel, and what is that you need now in order to get to the next step and the next step and the next step, and how can you create those boundaries around it so you can nourish what you're growing. What else for our fire dog? Oh my God. Yes, this is like the shady pile. Breakthrough and purification. This is like so aligned. I'm gonna start with purification because it is that energy of refinement, of it's like cleaning house. So you've already been doing this, you've already been prepping for this, but now it's like, let's go a little bit deeper. Like everything looks good, everything is clean, everything is organized, but it's like we can go into that one drawer and make it better. We can go into that one closet and clean it out more. You know, it could be with whatever. We can go into that project and we can create better systems, right? Now that we're taking a couple of steps, we might have encountered certain things that were like, okay, I should definitely like incorporate this or add this other thing. By the way, 333 on the time. So yeah, like what else? There's like cleaning house, making space, creating. It is like creating like if you were creating a river, you know, you're like cleaning the space and creating the boundaries for that water to flow through so you can reach the other side, so you can reach the destination. The breakthrough, right? When you have removed the unnecessary things, when you have created the necessary boundaries in order to nourish this project, in order to nourish this vision, and bring it forward. The breakthrough is like you're reaching finally towards it. Here too, it's like, and you see there's this blue circle and this blue circle in it, and this entire planet is like half out. Not even, it's like a little bit more than half out. There is that energy you see on the star, the sun. So breakthrough. The thing is, like, a breakthrough is a milestone, is a point of energy, a point of celebration, even though you're not quite there yet. But see, there's like a bigger opening. You can see more of the path ahead. You can see more of the things that are going to come to you. It's just like this planet. It is a little bit more than half up, and it'll continue to rise, right? And to show more of itself. So there is a breakthrough coming. So the universe wants you to continue to purify, to continue to refine and redefine your boundaries, to continue to focus. This is pretty much the energy of all of this. If you continue to do all of this preparation, right? Because setting boundaries or redefining boundaries, it seems like there's work that has already been done, but now there is a point of kind of refinement, right? You've seen more of the path ahead. You've taken certain steps, and now you have a little bit of more clarity of what needs to go, what needs to get purified, right? So you can continue to move forward. What needs to move, what needs to be contained. Where does your focus need to go at this moment in time in order to continue to move forward, in order to continue to nourish what you're connecting to, so you can have a breakthrough really soon. It seems like it's a breakthrough that is coming because of this preparation, that you might have already started doing. And if you're not, but you have been feeling called to kind of get more clear and simplify. And my goodness, this is the chatty pile. Let's see. Oh my God, and they all want to come out. All right, so talking about breakthroughs, we got 14th path, the Empress, creative endeavor, nurturing, fertility. We got another nurturing here. And you see how I was talking about like the white light being more about those boundaries, but this green line here being about the nourishment as the planet rises, it gets nourished. So what comes out, what you start seeing clearer, what it starts to like step forward into a breakthrough, is more fertile energy. And this seems to be about some sort of creation that you're putting forward. This could be a creative project, a new job, a new relationship, even maybe a pregnancy. And it's funny because it's also like her belly is a circle and the planet is a circle. It's also about cyclical energies. Like as you go, and they're presenting it like a pie chart. So it's a circle and it's divided like a pizza or a cake. And as you go through it, right? As you go through the different cycles, each slice is like a breakthrough. Like you get to see the cake more. You get to taste the cake more if you're the one eating it. Yeah, this is about Jupiter. We got Jupiter here, 4th, Chesed, I don't know, mercy, abundance, gratitude, big ideas. Again, more fertility, more abundance, gratitude. I do feel, and I've been getting it from the beginning, that if you were called to pile number 1, check it out, because there's a lot of like energy here. The gratitude, the unicorn, right from the beginning. I also felt that energy. I forget with what, but yeah, Venus is about pleasure, about creature comforts, about and yes, this is Venus. But then we got Jupiter, which is about abundance and expansion and more. It's this could be also about I love how this is landing here, because it's like the breakthrough is coming where the unicorn is at. That breakthrough is coming, but you got to show up. You got to set those boundaries. You have to purify. You have to focus. And again, if you're already doing that, this is the universe confirming that you're on the right track to keep doing what you're doing. That if you feel called to refine a little bit more, to get a little bit more focused, yes, go for it. You're not being too anything. It's actually really well supported, because it'll create this nourishment that this project or this big idea, right, needs in order to find its breakthrough. Just want to make sure that all the cards are visible, considering this pile is just 13th path and we got the 14th path. There is like not a process, a progression. And we got the High Priestess, which also came in the first pile. So again, go check it out if you feel called to. And I see this arrow and it gives me that Sagittarius energy, which is also connected to Jupiter and abundance. True knowledge, peace, inner light. Again, true knowledge, your authentic truth. This is about like that ray of light, that ray of actually rainbow that is coming through. You know, your truth that is aligning with you, that is pointing you towards where you need to go. And you have to follow that intuition. And this is about like that preparation that you've been doing and that you should continue to do in order to receive this abundance, in order to receive yes, this piece, this I'm hearing also like a piece of the puzzle. Like it could be a breakthrough, as in like what happens next. Again, it's not about like the destination. The breakthrough is not like getting there, but it's like getting, look how it, like the breakthrough with the rainbow. It's just you're moving towards it. The planet's moving towards it. It's the unicorn is the breakthrough. There's fertility, there's nourishment, there's abundance, there's a breakthrough. But you gotta stay true to you, and you gotta stay true to what you need in order to nourish the fertility of this project, of this big idea, of whatever this is. Maybe this is about school, you know, considering Jupiter is here, Sagittarius is about like higher learning. There's so many possibilities, you know, creative endeavor, creative project, a big idea that you have. Again, creative endeavor, but it could be for something else, maybe a big move, a big trip. Just focus the energy, and by that is like focus your thoughts, focus your routines, focus everything on that one thing that you want to create. Make it the priority. It's funny, I just saw 8-8, which is more abundance. So yeah, and the energy of 13th and then 14th is you're taking the steps. You are in progression. You are in movement. Oh my God. This pile, let's see. Oh my God, I can't. I just saw 8-8 on the clock, and actually, as I said, I can't. I saw 8:44, which is 8-8, and we got, sorry, that's not the one. We got 8-8-8. Karma, balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles. I was just talking about the cycles, that pie chart. What goes around comes around. Again, like you've put in the work. Keep doing the thing. You are so close to a breakthrough, but you have to keep showing up. And if you feel called to like refine even more, to focus even more, do so, because it'll help this breakthrough come through, this success. And again, this seems to be something connected to expansion and abundance, you know, a big trip, a big move, a big job, a big idea, even a pregnancy. Just, it's something, it's big. There's a breakthrough happening. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. Take responsibility for what you want to focus on. Take responsibility for what you want to experience, and set the boundaries that you need to set. And this is not about other people. This is about taking personal responsibility. It's not about other people are in the way or other people are distracting me. It's like I need to set better boundaries with myself. When your phone is in do not disturb, everyone can call you and everyone can text you, but you are focused on whatever you're doing. And then this is also amazing, because this is the one that came in pile number 1. So if I needed like an 11th, and I don't know why I'm saying 11th, probably because here, confirmation, check out pile number 1, check out pile number 1. My goodness. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do tarot because that's how I want to wrap up this readings, but your pile has been extremely chatty. 11:11 on the clock. More confirmation to go check. Pile number 1. Oh my goodness, and that was pile number 1. Okay, we got the Queen of Water. Compassionate, loving, giving, psychic. This is giving me this High Priestess vibes. Swan. This is a time of deep emotions and heightened intuition that you can trust completely. Be mindful you don't ignore your own needs while caring for others. Again, more boundary setting, like take care of yourself. And this is not only about focusing on what you're creating, it's also about taking care of your body, taking care of your emotions, taking care of your mind, so you can focus on this big project, right? Because if you don't have the energy or the mental bandwidth, or you're feeling some type of way that interrupts the flow of how you want to show up for this, and doesn't allow you to create or plan or show up how you want to, it's just then it's kind of like nil, right? It's just, what's the point? So this is more confirmation to set those boundaries. And it's not about other people, it's about like you wanting to reach your breakthrough, right? You've been connected at a soul level, at a heart level, to this big idea, to this creative project, and you've been doing the work. And I'm hearing that for some of you, this could be also like that moment where you're like, I don't know, like I've been doing so much, I've created all the systems and I keep showing up, and yeah, like I see movement, but it's like it's so slow, and I don't know if this is all worth it. The universe is saying, yes, it is worth it. It is worth it. Stick to it a little bit more. Stick to it for a little bit longer. Of course. It's okay. Well, we got another queen. Talented, brilliant, independent, charming, the Queen of Fire. The Persian cat. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. See, more of that energy of like more things coming at you. And this could be just daily life, right? The people you live with, bills, and how can you just maybe have these conversations with your family, as in like, okay, from these days I'm doing this, please like don't do that, or you know, from this time to this time, I'm going to go to the coffee shop so I can read this, or so I can study, or I'm going to lock myself in the room and please, like, don't even knock at the door unless it's like an emergency. You know, creating those boundaries, or like with the bills, right? You got the money in the bank account, money is flowing, everything's good. So cool. How about you set them auto pay so you don't have to think about it, so you don't have to stress about it. So those minutes that you're like, oh my God, let me go to the laptop and make this like payments and whatever, you're like, no, I can rest, or I can continue working on my project, or I can do these other things that support my well-being and support this project. And again, more confirmation of like, just stick it through. You know how like it's dark, but then the sun is rising, the planet is rising, the sun is like starting to show through this like little peephole. Not so little, but yeah, it's something is coming. And also I want to mention the sunflowers, lots of fire energy. So this energy is that of like taking action, and sticking it through. Just stick with it, because your breakthrough is coming. And we also got the Ace of Fire, more fire. This is it. Like this is the moment. White Tiger. A wonderful new opportunity presents itself. This is the breakthrough. It may have come as a surprise, but you'll still want to leap into action and passionately pursue every possibility. This is it. Because you have been doing the work, because you have been focusing. This breakthrough is coming. This like stepping into your power, stepping into action, claiming this breakthrough, claiming this abundance. It's yours. It's yours for the taking, and it's coming. There's a lot of fire energy, so I feel like this might happen very soon. There's not like a timeline per se, but it's coming. 888. All right, let's see what's in the bottom before I leave you. And oh my goodness, the moon with the links. It's important to trust your intuition even if you're unsure of what's happening. All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. Again, it's like that breakthrough, the light, more of the planet is being shown, more of this light and what's outside, and that sky is showing through, you know, the unicorn in alignment with this breakthrough and this rainbow. Like more is showing up. This ace, this beginning, this fiery beginning that is passionate and exciting and transformative. And again, more cats, lots of cats. It's soon coming. So if you've been feeling like about to give up or tired, or like if this even like a possibility or even worth it, the answer is yes. Yes, it is a possibility. It is coming. And yes, it is worth it. Just keep at it. And it's happening soon enough. And it's coming with great success. It's coming with great finances. It's with gifts. This is like such abundant, beautiful energy. You got Jupiter energy and you got Venus energy. There is just, this could be so many things, but it's so abundant. It's so abundant. So get excited. Take a breather if you need to. Probably why they're calling you to check out pile number 1. And just stay connected to that intuition. So when the things come through, you're in alignment and in discernment to grab what's yours and claim that breakthrough. Alrighty. This is your message. If you ever want a personal one-on-one reading with me, please go to sparklingcarla.com and book your reading there. You can also follow more messages and daily inspiration on my Instagram at sparklingcarla. And you can also sign up for my newsletter. Usually I send like 1, maybe 2 emails a month, and you can sign up on my link in bio on Instagram or on my website, sparklingcarla.com. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. If you resonated with this message, please like, comment, subscribe, share it with someone that you think might also connect to these messages and help them in their path to their best lives. Alrighty, see you guys in the next one. Hi, pile number 3. If you picked card number 2, but pile number 3 with the wood ox, knowledge brings wisdom, this is your reading. The stability around you will bring you the necessary visions and set of instructions to create more beauty and abundance in your life. There is that energy of groundedness and nourishment of the seeds that were planted in order to grow them into something beautiful. Because the first thing that I picked up when I saw this card show up at the beginning of the reading was all of these red flowers. Red being that energy of groundedness, but also as they start, there's more that surround this ox, and it's that abundance, it's that beauty, it's that pleasure of the colors, of the sense of having yourself being surrounded by so much abundance and beauty, right? But these are seeds that were planted through your intuition. And through your intuition, they will continue to blossom. They will continue to give you the abundance and the beauty and whatever is it that you're creating through your intuition. It's also connected to the experiences with your intuition. Like, because you have intuitively followed your path and you've intuitively followed those inspired nudges, you've taken action that has brought you more wisdom, that has brought you more knowledge, that has brought you more information, not only through the intuition, but through following the intuition in the physical realm, in the 3D realm, in your daily life. Yes. It's like I feel there's been a progression in these readings, like 1, 2, and 3 are connected, but you don't have to listen to all of them. I feel like if you're here because you already went through all of that. Unless you were called to listen to one of them, I would suggest, because maybe there's a message there that could help you along your journey and with whatever is going to show up here today for you. But mostly it's like it started as a raw quartz on the first pile, and now it's polished. You see? It's like you've taken the time to listen to your intuition, and you've taken the time to take those steps forward in connection to your intuition. And through that process, through the intuitive process, and through the process of creation, of taking those steps forward, of nourishment, of following that guiding light, you've managed to polish something. Is smoother, is shinier, is prettier, is more abundant, is giving fruits. But it doesn't seem, because of the collective energies that we were talking about at the introduction of the entire video, that you are fully where you want to be, right? This is just part of the process, and maybe part of where you're at, right? Maybe this is some sort of recent breakthrough that happened, where you saw this plants blossom, where you saw something blossom, when something was more accessible to you. You could see it clearer, smell it, touch it, experience it a little bit better. But now it's like that energy of like, there's something more I need to do, right? There's more to this. There's more to this that I'm co-creating. This is just part of it. This is a bigger story. And for whatever reason, maybe you're like, maybe you feel kind of stuck, or maybe you feel like, oh, I made it here, so is this it? Like, is anything else gonna come through? What now? What now? And so we asked the cards, what do we need to tell our wood ox? Okay. Pile number 2 is very chatty. I'm hoping this one is not as chatty. These are way too many cards. Universe, if we're gonna get chatty, no more than 3 cards, please. What do we need to tell our wood ox about knowledge brings wisdom, about that intuition that has been guiding them? Thank you. See? Here we got 2. We can deal with that. Yep, we got 2 for sure. Yeah. Passion and spirituality makes a lot of sense. Let's start just right here with that wood ox. Knowledge brings wisdom. Card number 2, which is connected to the high priestess in tarot. Also that third eye shining bright, that bright yellow light that has also been showing in most of the readings in one way or another. Oh, it's funny that these are the flowers that caught my eye, and these flowers, look how bright and pink they are, like this one's, and these are pink too. That's like heart chakra energy, passion energy, but it's also the higher heart chakra, which is connected to more spirituality, to more spiritual love, to more spiritual passion, to more spiritual awareness and wisdom. It's like now, these visions that you had, right? That intuitive knowledge that brought you even more wisdom, that brought you farther into what you wanted to create and actually created something, is fueled by love, is fueled by passion. So you have to continue to follow that. So you're here. What's next? What do you think is next that inspires you, that gets you really excited? And that you can tap into those same intuitive energies, into that same inner wisdom to find the next step forward. Let your soul guide you. And in the more physical sense of the word, and I know you have already been doing this because the wood ox is here. With knowledge brings wisdom. It's like there's been a big third eye activation that has allowed you to see farther through your spirituality, through your third eye, through your intuition, through maybe visions or clairvoyance. But mostly because for some reason, I feel like a lot of you have trusted it almost blindly, and you've taken those steps forward and you've actually seen fruits of whatever you've done. And there is this sense of accomplishment and contentment and excitement. Is mellow, is steady, is calm, is grounded. But it's there. It comes from the heart. You already feel really grateful, really victorious, even though you're not exactly where you want to be. And I feel the universe wants you to kind of like continue to shed any sort of fear, any sort of blockage, any sort of, you've been doing this work. And now it's like, but what now? Like you feel very cleansed, very purified, very open, very polished, very sparkly, very shiny. I don't know how else, like very grounded and rooted and stable and abundant and appreciative of everything that you have and everything you've worked for. But there's still that energy of like, but what now? What's next? I feel like there is something that maybe it's a little bit deeper than everything that you have been working through and moving out of probably your personal sphere in whatever ways that is. Like this could be you've been reframing thoughts, you've been activating yourself with positive affirmations, you've been creating a better routine for you that it's better for your body and for your mind and for your heart. You're starting to feel a little bit more uplifted. And again, this is not like a party or like crazy excitement. It's more calm, it's more leveled. There are still things here to work through, maybe, question mark. We definitely work towards. And they're asking you to tap into your heart. What is it that your heart truly, truly wants? Now that you made it here, now that you've achieved everything that you have achieved, and they know it's not everything that you've been envisioning. You know, there's more to conquer. But before you take that next step, before you conquer that next thing, before you receive that next thing, you have to tap into your heart and be really honest with yourself about like, where am I going from here? What do I really want? What can I use this for, right? Now that there is all this blossoming around me, all this beauty, all this abundance, right? All of this more of a calm, intuitive stability. This is this knowingness that maybe even though things might not be 100% where you want them to be, or even not 100% like okay, like maybe again collectively there's a fear to be conquered, a blockage to be removed, something to get clearer, more clear about in order to co-create something with the universe. So now that you've opened yourself up more, how can you even, like, how can you, the phrase that is coming through is crack yourself open even more to receive even more of the things that make you feel passionate. Maybe that's the level up. Maybe the fact is that you've reached this point where it is very lovely, very beautiful, very fruitful. There's been a lot of lessons, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of development of your intuition, a lot of trusting, a lot of taking one step forward, even in the dark sometimes, and making it this far, making it from a raw quartz into a polished quartz. And now we infuse that contentment, that appreciativeness with passion. It's like we light it up for real. You know, we add that fire, that oomph, that passion, that excitement, that hell yeah, this is what I want to do. This is the next step. This is where I'm going. Because maybe, and this could like, and I say maybe in the sense of like, this may not apply to everyone, right? But some of you might have just been getting out of something. And that process was a process in itself. And it feels that now in a more stable place, in a more abundant place, and this is not saying that, you know, this is all that you ever wanted. But from that more abundant place, more stable place, more clear place, right? You have all this knowledge now, all this wisdom, all these experiences, all these resources, right? This new energy around you. Now you're like, okay, you have to continue to use your spirituality, but you gotta continue actually to open your heart more, so more of that passion comes through, so you can tap into the things, the places, the people, the activities, the ideas, the thoughts, the visions, etc., that are lighting your soul on fire, that are getting you excited, that you're really passionate about. This is the time where life gets fun, because you let passion in. And you let passion in through your spirituality, through your soul essence. What else for the wood ox? Oh my god, guys, this is like way too many cards. Okay, no, all right, beautiful. It's so crazy because you might definitely want to listen to pile number 2. Like I said, there is a progression in these readings, and maybe there is a message there for you, because authentic truth came up for them as well. And this makes total sense. And I believe I already said something about your truth. But if not, this is more, again, your truth right underneath passion, your heart, your higher heart energy, your most authentic truth. Who you are at both a soul level and at a human level, all coming into one. That soul contract that you wrote for yourself to experience on this earth as the human that you are, clicking into gear, because the lessons that you needed to take, the spirituality that you needed to root into, connect to at a deeper soul level, has already been achieved. So now, you take that one beat, you look around and you say thank you. You close your eyes and take a deep cleansing breath in and tap into your heart and ask, what makes you feel excited? And there again, and there is a progression here. So this is not coming kind of like out of the blue or from nothing, right? You already have an idea of what this means, but there could be a lot of possibilities in front of you because you've reached that point, that like kind of full circle point where like, okay, now we continue to cycle into growth. But what direction am I going to take? And that truth is inside of you. It's funny because now I'm picking up on the blues in this ring. For pile number 2 is mostly about like that red energy in the center, which came through like from the beginning of this reading, but now it's this blue, and the blue of the ox. The blue is about the throat chakra. It's about communication. It's about truth. And it's about communicating that truth to yourself. What is your most authentic truth? And you might be surprised, but there are people that do not know how to be authentic in their truth with themselves. And it's fine. We are all on our different journeys. So if you feel like there's something that is blocking you from being fully authentic with yourself, and I think we all have it a little, because there's certain fears or certain doubts or certain ways of being that we've experienced ourselves, or we see in the collective, or saw in the collective, and it confuses you, right? It's like, yeah, this really excites me. I'm really passionate about this. I've been doing this, and this, and now I'm here, and I feel like I should go this way, but like, I also have this and this and this possibility. But I don't know. And the universe is saying, go in the direction that your heart and your spirit are telling you to go. Go in the direction that your heart is telling you to go. Go in the direction of that vision, that thing you see when you daydream and you're like, oh my God, if that happened, that would be so crazy. Go for the crazy. The crazy doesn't have to be unstabilizing. The crazy doesn't have to be something even outrageous or whatever fear you have about it. The same way you got to this point, you can get there. In balance, in groundedness, in truth, following your intuition. Now you have so much more wisdom because of everything that you've already been through. You've conquered so much. It's not only this red pinkish flowers. It's the white ones and the purple ones and all that greenery. It's that very bright third eye chakra just illuminating your truth, your north, your fire, your passion. Follow that. The fire is what's helping you co-create this with the universe. Emerging. Of course you're emerging. This is what I'm saying. You made it here. Now you're blossoming. You're coming out of the cocoon. You're coming out of the flower bud, But now what, right? It's a whole new world. It's a whole new world. Maybe around this time a year ago, or maybe a year and a half ago, or maybe 2 years ago, life was so different. And you had to trust, and you had to keep moving, and you learned so much, and you conquered so much. You conquered so many fears, and so many doubts, and so many anxieties, and so many blockages and obstacles and all of that. And now you're like, okay, but now what? I mean, I'm good here, right? I've worked really hard to be where I'm at. I'm grateful, I'm content, I'm comfortable. This is beautiful. I appreciate it so much. But now it's when we infuse the stable, we infuse the beautiful with passion. It's like, oh my God. So crazy, because it's like, yes, the other reading. But it's like, yes, the cake is here. It's made, it's decorated, it's on the table. You made it to the party. It's here. But now, you know when it gets really good? When they put the candles on it and they light the candles and they sing happy birthday. That's when the magic happens, right? That's when the excitement in the room comes up. When there's actual fire in the room. When there is voices singing, you know, truth, authentic truth, right? When there is more, the receipt, especially in this like birthday party scenario, I guess, like receiving that energy in the room from others, from what you've created, right? Because this is a party that was created. There was planning and there was steps and there was decorations and there was things to do, and there's probably like delays and obstacles and glitches and stuff that happened, but you made it and everything's here and you can finally eat the cake. But before you eat the cake, we gotta light it on fire. We gotta add passion to it. We gotta add love to it. We gotta add meaning to it, because that same cake with those same candles and that fire, maybe without that community, without the voices singing, without the festivity, the energy is just, you gotta rise the energy some more. But you gotta do it from a very, very deep, authentic truth coming from your highest heart chakra, from your deepest soul essence. Because you've made it to a breakthrough, you've made it to a milestone. And it's nice and it's content and it's beautiful. But now, when everyone comes together and the singing happens and the light, the candles are lit with fire, and you get to eat the cake and enjoy it. And right, when you eat something that you love, it's like, oh, you get like that energy. Maybe that's an exercise the universe wants to invite you to, like indulge, like don't eat the entire cake, right? But indulge, like what is your favorite dessert? Or favorite treat? Like even for your birthday, go imagine that it's your birthday. You don't have to wait for it. And go get that treat or something similar and savor it. Savor it. And you're going to savor it because you're going to pay attention to how your heart feels, how your body feels, how your mind feels. Because that's the energy that you need to start incorporating into your very beautiful, content, stable, pleasurable life, right? It's like you can almost stay where you're at. But when the energy rises, you're like, oh my God, no, there's so much more. And that's when you can start tapping into the energy of passion and excitement that the universe is starting to, and you see she's emerging into the sun, into the fire, into the excitement, into the passion, into the truth, into north, right? That light is shining up to the north, to the sun. All about rising your energy some more. Oh my goodness. This card also came up in pile number 2. Definitely check pile number 2. And what a beautiful confirmation. of being not only in a place of abundance, but emerging into more abundance. And I feel like in this case, it is abundance of passion, abundance of excitement, right? And through that energy, more things will come. The things that are going to kickstart you into this next cycle, into this next level up, that you're going to be like, oh my God, yes, I needed to do this. Because my life was fine and beautiful. I'm so appreciative of it. But this adds oomph. This adds passion. This adds that thing where you wake up in the morning and you're like, not just ready to tackle the day and have a nice productive day. No, you're so ready to like conquer and go for it. It's excitement. So 14th path, the Empress, creative endeavor, nurturing, fertility. Again, usually creative endeavors come to us because we feel inspired, right? And that's the energy that this is also bringing forward. Going back to that birthday party, when everyone starts singing, there's emotion that starts to come up, right? While you were mingling and partying, yeah, you saw everyone. You might have opened a couple of gifts. There was so much like beautiful energy. You're so appreciative. It's like, oh my God, yes, this is beautiful. This is great. I love it. Thank you everyone for being here. I love this party. I love the cake. But then there's this energy of like, the congratulations part, right? The singing, the hugs, the open even more gifts, the enjoying the cake, the oh my God. But then the party's over. Then what, right? How are you going to live this next year of life to celebrate it even bigger, even bigger, even better? That's what I did. Even bigger, even better for yourself, for your heart. What is that next thing that is going to put you in a state of full-on passion and receptivity? You know, this is also very, it's like all your chakras are activating, because we talked about like grounding, which is very root. We talk about the third eye. We talked about the throat. We talk about the heart. And now this is, the sun is very like solar plexus, right? We're talking about like that confidence. But this is more connected to passion. I think you already have the confidence. You've made it this far. It's about adding that oomph through creation. What is that you want to create now? Now that you're in a place of abundance and beauty and stability and being appreciative and grateful, it doesn't seem that you're in a super big struggle, right? Not meaning that life is completely perfect, right? Like I said, that you're at the destination. But this could, like, it's one of those things that you're like, you can choose to just stay here. But there's no passion here. And you want that passion. You want that excitement. You want to create this next thing that you're going to give birth to. You want this next thing. You want to create this thing. You want to experience this next level of nurture, of creativity, of abundance, of passion, of spirituality. For some of you, this could be just another level up in your spiritual gifts and awakening. And a thing that I believe is happening in the energetics is that you don't have to go through all this like terrible things in order to activate more of your spirituality. You can just feel it in your essence that that's the direction that you want to go, and explore it through your own intuition and through the things that start to pop up because of your intuition. But you already know that because you created something by doing that. But it could mean that this level up is merely spiritual. There's something that you want to unlock there, more of, maybe some of your gifts. Again, I talked about clairvoyance. But it could very well, for some of you as well, be something about there's a creative idea that you have. And you're like, okay, I could not do it and I'll be fine. I love my life. But oh my God, if I do it, what excitement, your heart swells up. And that's what the universe wants you to start tapping into that energy, tapping into that idea, tapping into that vision. Okay, we got 2, and we got 0330, lucky chart. Love, peace, hope, and optimism, transferring responsibility to others, progress, creativity. It's funny, we got another creative endeavor and we got creativity here. I talked about this readings being a progression. And again, yes, this is progress. This is emergence. This is the emergence that you've been waiting for. It's like, oh my God, I'm on the other side. But when we reach the other side, we celebrated, again, the birthday party, singing happy birthday with the cake all lit up. But what now? What happens after the party? You can also connect it to like New Year's resolutions, which is, you know, the same concept of like after the celebration is done, we clean the house and we're back to regular life. How do we bring that energy of oomph into our daily lives? What do we want to create now? And it says, pursue your goals and get what you want. Just do it. That idea that swells your heart up, that lights your heart on fire, go do it. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. I think the more you connect to your authentic truth and communicate that to yourself and to the universe, the more it'll also teach you to communicate your truth and whatever needs and wants you have to others in order to co-create this with the universe. Because remember that the universe is also everyone around us. It's not just like the energetics in the air. The energetics in the air start activating certain situations, certain people, certain communications, certain things, in order for us to connect to them. Objects, people, places, experiences, activities. And something new starts to unfold from there. And then we got 1515. It's funny because that's a 6 and this a 33 would be a 6. This would be a 5. We got 4, 5, 6. Again, progression. And you got 3 numbers in this progression. It's like the readings, pretty much. It's so interesting. The big break. This is what I'm saying. The breakthrough, the big break, the emergence. Oh my goodness. Innovation, focus, creation, progress, forward movement, skills, and goals. You must definitely watch pile number 2. Again, that's like you're in the progression of that, and maybe it'll give you just like a reminder of where you're coming, or maybe it'll have some little pieces that you might need to listen to, but it's very interesting how they're connecting. And again, more creation, more forward movement, more focus that came up in pile number 2. Your goals, like what goals excite you now? It just feels like fresh energy. Like it doesn't have to be, again, something completely new out of the blue. Like this is not something that you have to like, oh, I have to figure something out now. No, this thing lives inside of you. Like I said, it's very deep in your soul essence. And I don't feel it's like super, super deep. You already know what this is in some sort of way. But you have to acknowledge it. You have to connect to its vibration, which is one of a lot of excitement. And you have to go for it. An opportunity, help, extra cash, or other support is coming your way. So keep going and have fun when performing your tasks. The most tremendous success comes from passion. All efforts will be rewarded big time. Everything that you need has been provided until this point, and it will continue to be provided through the energetics of the universe. It can come from people, it could come from opportunities, I guess. You know, people will give you the money, you know, even if you worked for it, or, you know, people will give you the opportunity to work for it. People, you know, will give you the advice, the tip, the, you know, not even the ideas. Sometimes we get ideas from conversations we're having, right? Or like you need this little something and someone says something, you're like, oh my God, I didn't know that. Let me look that up, or let me go do that. That will really help me. You just have to stay open. And you have to stay in that higher vibration. I think the main goal of this energy is like, stay in that creative, high vibing energy. Grab that gratitude that you already have and level it up so it connects. I heard attaches, but it like connects and vibrates with these things that are going to help you achieve this big thing. There are things moving in for you to make this happen. Okay, this pile has been nice. Now we're going to do some tarot to kind of wrap up the message. For those of you who would like to get a one-on-one reading with me, you can book yours on my website, sparklingcarla.com. Okay, and let's continue with Four of Water, tortoise. I don't know. Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all the gifts that you have been blessed with. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. Okay, so there's like a duality here of some of you who are in this space of like contentment. I mean, again, this is not like excitement, but you can see your growth and you can see where you've been and you can see how far you've come and you're grateful for that, and you can see the abundance. But it's like a little bit of a flat line. It's stable, it's grounded, it's nice, it's okay, we're good. You know, there's some things that could be better, but you know, we've been through so much. Like this is okay, this is fine, we're good, I'm grateful. But there is so much more. This is the thing, there is so much more. And the thing is that the universe is bringing you all that you need. The opportunities, the help, the extra cash, the support. You know, so you gotta stay open, right? Because I feel, okay, there's like three energies here. Like some of you are like in that like neutrality, I'm content, this is fine, like I could stay here, like I've overcome so much. There's the other ones of you that you're like I'm missing something, right? You're missing that oomph, you're missing that passion, just like, and you have some ideas, but you're like, is this worth it? Like, is this like too big or too crazy, or like it's gonna get me out of like this stability that I have, this like I've worked so hard to be here, and is that gonna like I don't really need to do it, right? Like, but it does excite me a lot, and you're like in that like back and forth with yourself. And there's some of you that maybe the flat line is kind of like more in the flat, and you're like like whatever, and I don't know, like I don't want more stress, I don't want more things, I don't want to think about the things, and that energy. And this is also why it doesn't matter if you're in the very flat line or more optimistic. I think just elevating that vibration up, the oomphness of your heart, the passion in your energy, opening yourself up to those things. And that's why the exercise of going to treat yourself to that like piece of cake or ice cream or that cookie or whatever is your favorite thing, and paying attention to how you feel, and then starting to pay attention to other little things that are not necessarily food, you know, like maybe what hobbies did you stop doing that you felt really connected like that to? Try that, because this doesn't need to be anything like super out of the way, or like like a big change. It's just incorporating these things that are going to give you more passion, are going to give you more life, are going to give you more oomph, are going to elevate your vibration even more. And when you start navigating life through that energy, more things will start to come through, because the universe is just ready and waiting to give you what you need for this next cycle. So elevate your vibration and stay open. Stay open to the opportunities that come your way, the invitations that come your way. This is that thing of like, if someone invites you to do something and you've been curious about it before, or you've tried it once and you really liked it, go for it. Say yes to the party. Say yes to the activity. You know, as long as it's connected to your heart, to your passion, it excites you. That's the thing. It'll help you connect to like that higher vibration. Okay, so these are the ones. And we got the 10 of Earth with the golden retriever dog. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors, which is what I've been talking about. It's like you can see the wisdom, right? You can see the things that have been worked for and where you're at and the abundance around you, right? All this abundance around you. You can totally see it and you honor it. And you're like, okay, but there is more. There is more, right? There is more. There is more than just all of that has been accomplished. More than that, like, yes, it's beautiful and you're very grateful and it's stable and it's great. But then here comes that Knight of Water, offering something that you might have not even thought about. Or you thought about it, but you're like, no, I'm staying stable over here. I've come from a very long path. And it says, romantic, flirtatious, introspective, enchanting. Frog, a deeply emotional and probably romantic experience will sweep you off your feet. Things can move very quickly during such whirlwind encounters. So stay balanced and make decisions with both your heart and your intellect. Okay, so it's amazing because this is giving that energy of love, of romance, and this could very well mean that your life is great, you're fine, and all of a sudden, bam, here comes Mr. or Mrs. How you call it, the Frog Prince or the Frog Princess? With the magic wand, about to make all your wishes come true, and it lights you up. And this could mean romance for some of you, but it could mean just that energy of like, you know, when you wake up and you really, really like someone. And I talked earlier about waking up. And not just like, okay, this is a nice day. Thank you for another day. I'm going to have a productive day. What a nice day. No, like, oomph. You want to get out of bed. You want to see what happens today. You're going to talk to him or to her, you know, like, you know, you planned a date and now it's like closer. You're going to get a dress or you're going to make a reservation. It's just so exciting. And you get into this giddy energy where like love will fire you up, even in your personal life, just with yourself. All of a sudden you're attracted and giddy and getting those love vibes all around you, and you there's this other vibe that comes through and starts to spark the rest of your life. And that's the energy the universe wants you to connect to. And you can do this on your own, or it might come through some sort of like forgotten hobby or some sort of creative idea that you're like, oh my God, I love doing this. I should do more of this. And you should. And that's exactly what the universe is telling you to do. if you feel in love about it, if it makes you giddy, if it makes you excited, if it makes you like something annoying happens and you're like, oh, it's okay, we'll deal with it. When something annoying happens and you usually want to like punch a wall, then it's like, oh, you should pay attention to those things. But it could also mean that a romantic partner is coming, and I'm very excited for you. And here we have the Four of Earth with the squirrel. Be cautious about living a life of extremes or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you are spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotionally versus building walls that keep people out. I love the duality that is here, and I did feel a duality energy from the beginning with the number 2 and having passion and spirituality. And that, because I feel like passion and spirituality go together in their end of the spectrum, but there's also this very physical, you know, the wealth, like my money, my things, my responsibilities. And this is why the universe is telling you, you gotta like raise your vibration and stay open to opportunities, because someone might come in love, or someone might come in to help you, or to give you extra cash, or to give you this cool opportunity, or to like invite you to something that's gonna inspire and change your life. And you have to stay open to that, because if you're too much on one spectrum, it's like, no, I have to keep what I've already built. I need to like stay in this like frequency. I need to just keep doing the thing. It's like that you're just doing the thing, and that's fine, but you're staying where you're at. You're staying in that vibration, and the universe wants you to go higher, and you go higher through love, through passion, through excitement. But you also have to have that balance, right? It's not like, oh, you fell in love with that activity or with that person, and then you stop showing up to the office, or you start showing late, or like you stop doing that thing that you love too, right? Maybe you had you were already in the vibe, or entering your vibe of like what you are in love with in your life, or a project or whatever, and you drop that. It's just create a balance. And that's the tricky part about like entering higher vibrations, entering new cycles, new things entering your life. It's like you kind of have to like restructure everything. Not so much to make space, because things come in when there is space for them, but because there was a system, and now that there's other things, other systems need to be in place. And there's that give and take that needs to happen within yourself, right? And then around you, in order to receive, and in order to enjoy it, and in order to nourish it and grow it. Right, and at the bottom of the deck, we got the Knight of Earth. Trustworthy, dedicated, protective, and funny. Seahorse, it's important to make a detailed plan before starting any new endeavor, what we were just talking about. Once you have that plan in place, then you can take immediate action and get as much accomplished as possible. So this is the thing. It's, again, that energy of something is coming in, or you're just, again, you decided that you're going to pursue this creative project, or you got that invitation and you're like, oh my God, yes, I need to get back to tennis. I don't know, you went to play tennis with a friend, you're like, oh my God, I forgot that I love tennis. I want to keep doing it. So now you want to like buy the looks and buy a racket and join a country club or take classes. And now you have to incorporate that into your life. You're becoming a tennis person again, you know? And that comes with like certain lifestyles and certain things that you want to do and certain places you want to be, and like, you know, take the class and play with a friend, or go check out this game, whatever. Or a new person comes in and you're like, okay, I have to make space for this person. But it's like, you don't go full in, right? Because when you go full in with things, you forget the process that you were already in. So you have to start incorporating and planning a little bit ahead. And this is why the planning is perfect, right? You're giddy, you're texting with the person, but there's no plans until Friday night, right? So the rest of the week, you can make little adjustments to continue to be productive and do the things that you love, and continue to do the things that have brought you so much contentment and abundance and gratitude, but making little spaces to like okay, so I want to do this because he or she might come in, or like I want to like make the reservation, or I want to like, oh, whatever, get the outfit, you know, and you start incorporating these things that maybe in daily life they wouldn't have been a thing if this heart-centered experience wasn't knocking at your door, wasn't emerging. All right, my friends, I really love this reading. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your energy with me. Again, if you ever want a one-on-one reading with me, you can book yours on my website at Sparkling Carla. We can stay in touch on more messages and daily life on Instagram at Sparkling Carla. And I also send a monthly newsletter too with some updates and the replay of the monthly live energy readings that happen on Instagram every first Monday of the month. So if you want to sign up for that, you can do so on my link in bio on Instagram or on my website, again, sparklingcarla.com. Thank you so much again for sharing your energy with me. And if you feel called to, feel free to share, like, subscribe, share a comment on whatever resonated with you or anything that develops. These have been very exciting readings. And yeah, okay. I guess I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.